Hello, my name is Comfort from Comfy Cakes and welcome to the Antelope Kitchen. To get started with our vanilla cake, what we'll need is 207 grams of butter. We're going to need some baking powder, vanilla essence, some salt, and some sugar. So I'll guide you through the process, don't worry. So to begin with, I'm going to measure my butter. You can either use some cups, measuring cups, or you can use a kitchen scale. So what I need is 207 grams of butter. It's 215. So I'm going to beat this at medium speed to get started. Now the reason I'm beating the butter first is to get it very light and airy before I add the sugar. So now I'll be adding 230 grams of granulated sugar. You don't have to worry. If you're at home, you can use household sugar. That works perfectly fine as well. Now before we go any further, it's always important to preheat your oven at 180 degrees while you start doing your mixing. Then now we're going to proceed. So I'm going to mix this for about 5 to 6 minutes just to get our mixture very airy and very fluffy to get that nice and moist cake. Alright, so now at this stage, I'm going to add 4 eggs. And I like to break my eggs into a bowl before I add it to my mixture, so that in case the egg is rotten or something, or it was not fully developed, it's easy to pick it out from the bowl than when it's in the mixture. Do not add everything at the same time because your mixture will break, and that's not what you want. You want to have that fluffy and nice moist cake. So always ensure to add your eggs one at a time. So here we go. Okay, so now what is vanilla cake without vanilla essence, guys? Like, this is a secret ingredient. So I'm going to add about 2.5 teaspoons of vanilla essence. So at this stage, I'm adding all my wet ingredients together, and then next we'll add the magic flour. Alright, so now I'm going to measure my flour so that I add my dry ingredients to the wet ingredients. And what we'll need is 260 grams of the all-purpose flour. And the secret, you know, is only Antelope. It's always assured quality, guys. So for that perfect cake, make sure your flour is always Antelope flour. Okay, so now I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Alright, then I'll add a pinch of salt to taste. Then I'll mix this up. So now before we add into our wet ingredients, make sure to sift your flour. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding my dry ingredients to the wet ingredients. Like that. So if you would like, you don't have to add all the dry ingredients at the same time. What you can do is add them bit by bit, but in my case I'm just adding everything together. Then I'll add lastly my milk. So at this stage I don't use my mixer, so what I'm going to use is this, or if you can use a spatula, because I did not want to overmix my mixture. So I just go old school. If you have a kamwinko, please feel free to use your kamwinko. Now you might be wondering why I'm using household all-purpose flour. Now this is a type of flour that you can use for any type of baking of your choice. You can use it for fritters, you can use it for cake, anything that you're making, scones, whatever it is that you're making. This is flour for all types of baking. Okay? So next up, I'm going to add some milk to this, about 1 cup of milk. So for milk, or for whatever liquid you're using, make sure you add it a bit at a time. Do not pour in everything at the same time. Alright. So for this recipe, you can also use the Antelope cake flour. It brings out the best cakes also. But if you're at home, you have household flour, that works extremely fine. So now I'm going to switch and just use this. Look at that. That's how beautiful our mixture looks like. You can tell already this is going to be a beautiful cake. Now this is perfect. So I'll set this aside. And here I have my cake tin, which I have greased and dusted with the all-purpose flour. So now I'm going to pour my mixture into the tin. So if you're a man and you want to do some tuchawa for madame, it's easy to make her this beautiful cake. Here we go. So after you have placed your mixture into the tin, make sure that you just tap your tin so that you can clear out all the air bubbles from your mixture, so that you don't have to have, throw too much space to make my cake today. You want to have a fine cake. So now it's time to bake. So our cake is going to bake for about 25 to 30 minutes max. All right. So finally, our cake is ready and it's time to take it out of the oven and let it cool for about another 20 minutes. Our cake is finally cooled down and look at how golden brown it looks. It looks very yummy. And now I'm going to take it out of the pan so that I show you what it looks like. So ideally, you can use your plate to flip your cake, but I'm used to doing this, so I just do it with my hands. Look at how nice that looks. And now, onto my plate. Right. Now this is perfect for any time of the day. You can pack it for your kids, you can pack it for your husband, if you want to do to chawa kunganda. This is a perfect recipe for you to try right at home. Now this is good. I like to have it with a glass of milk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour myself some milk. And then I'm going to cut through my cake. The vanilla is so good. It's very soft. Look at that. That looks so beautiful. It's so soft. Look at that. It's dense and so moist. And now it's time to taste my vanilla cake. Look at how it breaks on its arm. Brings back so many memories from my childhood. You need to try this and let us know how it went. This is so easy. Follow the easy steps and everything comes together only with the Antelope flour, the all-purpose flour. It's definitely a sure quality.